Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and happy Monday to you. Happy start to the week. This is going to be a Raid Shadow Legends video to get your week started and get you caught up on everything happening. We've got some news about the champions that will be 10x bonuses during CvC, which is going to be starting tomorrow, but we will go over everything happening in Raid as far as the game and the community so that you know what's going on this week. Let's get into it. Alrighty, now first off, out the gate, we had a couple of announcements coming down this morning on the official Plarium Discord server. Something about an XP barrel that if you, I guess there was a bug where if you connect your Plarium ID, or if you connect your Raid account, to a Plarium ID, which obviously they want you to do. They're trying to grow their Plarium platform, so they incentivize players to do that by giving out an XP barrel. Well, it looks like it was bugged by some sort of technical issue. I don't know. I connected my account years ago, but they want to make sure that you log in during the next 5 days so that that compensation will be correctly fixed for those that attached their account during this period but did not get the XP barrel they were promised. And then Plarium had an announcement where they are having a Valentine's Day competition where you can do a Raid Valentine to your favorite champion in Raid, your love of Raid, etc. And they're going to be having a competition there, and you can read more by heading to the dedicated Be My Raid Valentine channel. But okay, let's dive into the events that are going to be happening surrounding CvC, which, by the way, you can see the countdown in game, and we've also got a Valentine's Day deal to go over, but you see the countdown up top right for CvC. And then the question that people are usually the most curious about is the personal awards, and this CvC will not have personal awards. So no personal awards in tomorrow's clan vs clan, but we do know the 10x champions, and we are going to be getting day 1 Teres the Fierce, and then on day 2 Marichka the Unbreakable. Now this duo is absolutely incredible. Was added to the game recently, a couple months ago, 2-3 months ago or so. I'm lucky enough to have Marichka and did a video on her. She is a lot of fun, and she is pretty amazing in every area of the game. On our overall tier list, she grades out as like a top 10 champion of the game, and Teres is not far behind her. They are an amazing duo in all sorts of content. They are tearing up the arena and all of that. Now, Plarium has been absolutely slamming the game with the Void Shards. We can obviously tell that they're making the most money out of Void Shards. Okay, so honestly, usually in a CvC, they do a non-Void champion and a Void champion, but this time they're just saying screw it, and they're doing 2 Void champions. Like Plarium is just over it. They are smashing the print money button on the Void Shards, and I know all of you are low on Void Shards probably just like I am, because they've really been going hard in the paint with these Void events. But for the high spenders, I do anticipate a lot of them to be trying to go after the 10x events in this CvC, because there's 2 extremely good champions. For the summoning events, so that you can plan effectively, we did just have 2x voids this last weekend, which means that this weekend, coming up here in about 5 days, will be some sort of 10x or guaranteed event. And the next 2x will be about 11 days from now, and it will be Ancients. They go in alphabetical order: Ancient, Sacred, Void. So we just had Voids. That means it resets back to Ancients, and that will launch in about 11 days for 2x Ancient Shards. Then if we pull up the guaranteed champions graphic, I actually expect the next guaranteed champion to be one for Ancient Shards, probably launching somewhat soon. It could be this weekend, I guess, because they haven't done one since November. They actually did 2 of them in November around Ancient Shards, and we didn't get a single one in December or January. So it means we are definitely due for a guaranteed event around Ancient Shards pretty soon. And given that this weekend has no 10x or anything, it could be this weekend where we get some sort of semi-hyped up non-Void champion that will be available as a hopefully 140, 150 guaranteed for Ancient Shards. We saw that they did 140 for Geforce, or however you say his name, and then they went back up to 150 for Stultus. So, but this mark right here after Stultus, in November of 2022, this is when they started with the inflation. This is when they started with the 20 for Elva, and then the 110 for Ileal and for Shoggers. So I'm really curious. Maybe this is why we haven't seen an Ancient in a while. They're really trying to gather some analytics to see what they should set the next guaranteed Ancient at. Hopefully it's 150, but they're probably considering internally whether to make it 200 or not. Oh, hey, there we go. As I was backing out to go over the Oella Fusion and catch you up on that, we are getting the 101% extra mini mix packs. So that is pretty awesome. Those are usually one of the better offers in game. But anyway, to talk about the Oella Fusion and get you caught up on what to expect this week, let's go ahead and pull up the Fusion event calendar. Now, today is right here. We are on Monday, February 13th. And that means you are going to be getting the Classic Arena Takedown and a Fire Night tournament coming up. The most important thing to take note of is going to obviously be the Summon Rush event, where there's going to be 2 rares up for grabs. And you know what? I don't think they'll do a guaranteed event during this. I think... Now, I'm kind of like realizing live here, they're probably going to want as little incentive as possible during the Summon Rush, unfortunately. So they'll probably just do one of those like crappy normal 10x events that none of you care about. So we'll probably not see the guaranteed event this weekend. Now if they be, well, and the reason I say that is because if they do a guaranteed champion, like let's just say they did a guaranteed Duchess or whatever for 150 ancient shards, they know that's going to be a very high incentive to pull. And then they are lowering the effect that the Summon Rush has in terms of motivation to pull for getting these 2 rares. So they probably won't double dip that hard. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I will admit that. So I don't think we're going to see a guaranteed Ancient event because of that this weekend. But as always, I will keep you in the loop every day here on the channel. And we have also got a couple things ending. We've got the Classic Arena Takedown ending. You want to scoop up your rewards over there on the right. And we've also got the Champion Training Tournament here, where we can get that new champion that pairs with Oella as a reward here in our group. It looks like my group is actually realistically winnable. I don't have somebody at like 150k or something. What are the global leaders at? Yeah, 171. So I actually got like decently lucky based on where my account sits, but we don't know how much points this, or how many points this person would get. Like if I was at 25k, this person might go to 75k. I don't know, but either way, I wasn't really going to go down that path of trying to win this champion and get 100,000 plus resources. But I know some people do want to be able to pair him with Oella. So some people are going crazy on that, but it does end today. If you are interested in that, I chose to skip it. We've also got a Dragon tournament launching tomorrow that will only feature the Wizardmen. So I'll try to get a video out here on the channel for those that are going to be interested in participating in that. Maybe if you're not doing the Fusion, it might be something fun. If you've got some decent Lizardmen, if the rewards make sense, we'll cover that here and analyze if it is worth doing that or not. Then under the events tab, you have just got the 4th anniversary Titan event and the Dungeon Divers. Hopefully you scooped up enough points to get the rare champion and the ancient shard like I did right there. So yeah, today, kind of get your clan quests in order. They're about to reset, obviously, here at the end of the day. So get those rolling. Get your tag team arena, your classic arena, and all of that lined up because CvC will be launching tomorrow. Also, a quick tip that sometimes people forget is do not run your faction wars today at the daily reset. You want to wait until CvC is live. That way you can get 3 times of running faction wars during CvC instead of just 2. But now it looks like we had a couple decent offers to go over in the shop. So let's pull up that offer calculator, and what do we got here? So we've got monthly, the mini mix. These are really good. So I would say really no matter what spending tier you're at on Raid, if you spend any money on Raid, these 101% extra mini mix packs are pretty good value. They're one of the best, like, consistent offers you're ever going to see in game. And then the Valentine's deal is something that people are going to be curious about for the mid to high spending tiers. So let's plug that in real quick here. We've got the 25, and then we've got the 3 void shards. We've got a rank 5 chicken of 1. Okay, boom. 5 ancient shards. 1 sacred shard. Oh wow, it's going to be a good offer by Plarium standards. Usually these offers are $25 for 1 sacred shard. So this is already getting grayed out as above average, that's for sure. Okay, so sacred shard is right here, and then 2 energy refills, and boom. Okay, and then the 1 epic book, huh? Neither one of these champions is an epic. You couldn't give us a Lego book? Come on now. All right, one epic book, and then 10 brews. It's just funny that it's a Valentine's Day pack for the Fusion, for Oella, and there is no epic involved, but they have to give you an epic book. All right, so 10 brews. There we go, and then 450k silver. And that means it's gonna grade out as a 1.64. Which means it's going to be one of the better offers that we get in game. Typically for me personally, I like to wait until an offer is at least at 1.5 to consider buying it. When an offer approaches a 2.0, that's usually when I will jump in and make the purchase, because 2.0 is really good according to like spending value in game. But a 1.64 for a Fusion Valentine's Day type special pack is pretty decent. So anybody that is a mid to high spender, I would say the Valentine's Day deal would be worth considering. Anybody that's a low spender, you're going to be looking for something more close to the 2.0 range. Which means if you're curious, I can plug in the mini mix packs here and we can see how it compares. So silver 60k, and then the 10 brews, 2 arena refills. Okay, let's plug that in down here. 2 arena refills, 2 energy refills, boom. And then the 2 demon lord keys we don't have on the sheet. I usually put them just as their gem value. I'm gonna put 100 gems. I don't think people really care about the clan boss keys typically. And then the rank 4 chicken ×2. Okay, and the nice thing about the offer calculator is you can kind of come in here and plug things in how you want. So okay, 2 of those, and then 2 days of the XP, and then 2 ancient shards right there, and you can see that this grades out as a 3.11. So way better value than anything else you're going to see in game compared to Plarium's typical prices and offers. So that's why I say, like, for anybody that spends any money, the 101% mini mix packs are always a pretty good route to go for consistent value. But the Valentine's Day pack is also going to make sense for your medium to high spenders. And then I don't really see anything else in here that is a super recommend out of the ordinary type thing that is worth talking about specifically. There it is. Boom. Good luck on your CvC matches. By the way, yesterday in the wrap-up video, I told you the Chiefs would win by 5 and the Chiefs won by 3 in the Super Bowl. So, hey, you get it all around here. You get the offers, you get the sports pro tips, and we're crushing it. So remember to subscribe down below if you enjoy the daily Raid Shadow Legends content. And I'll try to go live here a little bit later. I'm definitely going to be streaming tomorrow for Valentine's Day and all that. And yeah, I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you soon in the next video. Peace.